Good morning, Blue. So this is a very brief tutorial on a new setting for exporting our textures so that they can be imported into Unity. So we were using the Alloy shader framework, which has a lot of benefits. Some of their stuff is based around area lights, and area light is one that doesn't have a specular highlight. So it's missing this sort of thing. We're not using area lights, and in the latest betas of Unity, the Alloy shaders, there's these packed maps that, for one thing, are slow as heck to create in Unity, because you've got to, it takes like 2 minutes per packed map, and there's a lot of them. It's at least one per ship, and it's a lot of manual work. It's a real pain in the rear. In the latest beta versions of Unity, it started eating my packed maps for some reason, which is a double bonus fun because we like to clean up the original sources so we don't have those anymore. So what I've done is I've created my own essentially equivalent version of the Alloy general shaders. There's not a visual difference for our purposes here with AI War 2. And in my other secret project as well, there's not a visual difference that is notable. So I'm really proud of how that turned out. What that means also is that we're able to export the textures based on things that I define instead of that the Alloy stuff was defining. And so that means we can create a pack map directly as we're doing the export. So as you'll remember from before, we've been using this Alloy emissive, which I have deleted from mine. But so we were doing this where it had diffuse, metallic occlusion, specular roughness, normal, emissive, like that. That is no longer what I want us to do. So now what you can do, let's just take it off of this will work. No, standard metallic. So take the Unity 5 standard metallic under configuration here, do a duplicate off of that, and did standard specular somehow. All right, so never mind, remove that. Standard metallic, there we go. Okay, duplicate that, and we'll call this, Arkin combined. Now, what we're going to want to do, pulling from here, texture set, instead of albedo transparency, we're going to be calling that, and instead of having mesh underscore texture set like that, we just want the texture set underscore. So, is that right? Yep, sorry. So we've got the $ texture set underscore 0 diffuse, and that's got the RGB, which is the base color, and then it's got the alpha, which is the opacity. Hooray. At this point now, we've got metallic smoothness here. Click in here and hit clear channel. Actually, we'll just delete that one, and then we'll duplicate the emission one. So we'll do, and then you can drag this up to be the second. And so then we're going to call this, just going to copy paste from mine because I've already created this, but I'm going through the steps again. So texture set, same deal, 1, and then so just metal roughness occlusion. So we copied this from the emission one, so we're just going to click in here, left click, hit clear channel, and then left click again, hit split collapse RGB. So now we've got R, G, and B separate. So now we've got metallic, roughness, occlusion is what we want. So metallic, boom, to there. Hey, oh, to there, and you want to say that it's a gray channel. And then roughness to there, say it's a gray channel. And then the occlusion, hello, ambient occlusion. Yep, there we go. Now, then we've got the normal, just get rid of the mesh underscore bit there. And we've got emission, just get rid of the mesh underscore bit there. And we actually are going to number those. So again, it's easier. 2 normal and 3 emissive. There we go. Okay, and so we'll just add ourselves underscore 2. 2 underscore, rather. In this case, 3 underscore. And then we've got this now. And so this right here is a packed map. We've got 3 grayscale channels here for our RGB, and we don't have an A. And so that's the metallic channel that is red. The green channel is roughness, and the blue channel is the occlusion. So when you do an export, you're going to get an interesting so we're going to use arc and combined here. So now we've only got 4 per submesh. We hit export and we choose, whatever location. I'm going to create a new one here, just test. Because one of the things I've also done is I have set up a process that allows me to use the alloy pack maps that are pre-existing. And Unity won't eat those because I'm taking away the alloy code. So it'll all work out just fine. So for pre-existing ones that were already done up in the alloy pack map format by Synth or myself, we don't have to redo those. We just have to switch to a new texture or a new shader. For ones that have not already been combined, which is pretty much all of your ships, I believe, then you need to re-export them. Normally, obviously, the export's not going to take this long, but I think it's going to bake all of my stuff because I just opened up this file and it was a rather, for lack of a better word, stale file. There we go. Okay, and obviously it's going to sometimes complain about there not being an opacity map or there not being a emissive map, and that's fine in either case, because that just means there's no transparency or there's no emission, and that is totally valid. I'm going to pause real quick while my machine catches up. Or I'm not. Too slow to pause. Okay, so this is the result we get, and this is the sort of thing that you'll see. And you'll notice that these are all sorts of funky colors because the R, G, and the B have no real meaning in the traditional color sense. Those are each, 3 grayscale colors combined together as and being interpreted as colors here. So this one is very more red than anything else. It's pretty metallic. That makes sense. This one is more blue than anything else. So not as metallic, a lot more rough. Okay, fine. And then if it's very occluded, you'll see like, green spots, like in there more, I think is probably blue and green combines rough and, um, yeah. So that's it. If you can please re-export all of the ones you've done thus far in this format, make sure and close down Substance Painter after you've done one export, and then it will have those again for you. And you can go ahead and delete the old way of exporting them because we're always going to want these packed maps. One of the things that's nice about this is that the file size is almost identical between like this and a something that's just grayscale but using all three channels, which is what it would normally do. And so it's wicked efficient in terms of the GPU pipeline of getting stuff onto the GPU from the CPU, from RAM. The CPU saying, hey, RAM, send this to the GPU's RAM and now do something with it. And it's wicked efficient because we're sending one thing. I wish I could use the alpha channel for something, but there's nothing that I really want to use. If we were going to have emissive textures that were always grayscale, we could stuff that in the alpha channel of this, but I don't want to do that because we like having colored emissions. Obviously, we're doing colored multiplier colors anyhow, but that's global for the entire emissive map, whereas we want to have varied colors on the emissive map, and we don't want to lose that. So getting it down to 4 is the minimum we can do. I don't even think we were sending the occlusion before, the occlusive maps. There wasn't really a strong reason to do so before. Yes, we were. We had to. I don't even remember, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's it. Thank you.